6 defeats in 7 matches. This is the new Liverpool. The Reds were beaten 3-0 at Anfield by Nottingham Forest. Now let's take a look at the goals and hear from Virgil van Dijk, Oren Slot, and the media after the match.
Levantamento para a área, sobrou Murilo! Gol! Domingues, Williams vem para dentro da área, tirou da marcação, tocou para trás, olha o segundo, Savana! Gol! O herói naquele jogo contra o Newcastle no começo do campeonato. Entrando no lugar do Jones, e lá vai o Hutchinson, clareou, bateu Alisson! Gibbs White no rebote! Gol!
Arna, what are your thoughts on that today?
Another big disappointment. Started off quite well the first half hour. Got our chances, but I think throughout the whole game they threw themselves in front of every ball, every shot we had. That's also what they did in the first half hour. And then we conceded the 1-0, and afterwards we weren't able to play the way we did in the first half hour.
I must ask you about 1-0, 13 days on from the Etihad. Did you have a thought that it might have been similar to Andy Robertson?
Oh, I don't know. The thing I heard was that it wasn't offside. So yeah, if it's not offside, then there's nothing to debate. So yeah, after half an hour, I think we were, which is maybe quite normal, the better team. We were creating, was waiting for us to score a goal, but then yeah, the game completely changed by that set piece, because the hour afterwards, yeah, we were maybe trying, but hardly created any chance, and they scored 2.
What do you put that down to, that last hour then today?
Nah, it's if things go well, if things go bad, it's always my responsibility, and we weren't able to create enough, or maybe to say anything in the second part. I tried to adjust a few things that didn't really work out, so players tried, kept on trying, but unfortunately we weren't able to score a goal, because you never know in this stadium, if you score a goal then something can happen. Maybe you can turn the game around, but I tried a few things that didn't work out, and that's why I say it's in the end, if things go well or don't go well, it's my responsibility.
How about the second half, 39 seconds in to lose that goal?
Yeah, of course, damaging, because it was already hard to be 1-0 down against a team that's throwing themselves in front of every ball, blocking every shot. So it wasn't that easy to create chances, especially after the 1-0. So then to go 2-0 down, another knock for us, another boost in confidence for them. That's of course far from helpful for us.
What about the bigger picture? 6 league defeats in 7. Where are you at moving forward now?
Now we're in a very bad spell. That's simple, and we also know that in a few days we have to play for the Champions League again, and not many days later, I think in 7 or 8 days, play 3 Premier League games. So yeah, it's nice if you work somewhere and things go really well, then it's nice to be part of it. Now it's a bit more difficult, but yeah, keep our head up, work incredibly hard, and try to turn things around, and that has been very difficult till now, but that's what we are trying every single day here at Liverpool.
And given the experience and characters you've got in that dressing room, that's important in a period like this?
Yes, of course. It's always helpful to have experienced players, to have quality players, and it's my job to get the best out of them, and that's not really working out the way we want at this moment. And that's why I can say one more time, it's my responsibility.
Thanks.
Virgil, it's another tough day for Liverpool. Why isn't it working at this moment in time?
We conceded too many easy goals. I think the first half an hour we were good, created good opportunities. They scored, obviously, on a set piece again. That you can ask yourself if it was in front of Alisson, but it counted, so you 1-0 down. I think overall, we were just not good. Good in terms of the battles, the challenges, the second ball fight, too rushed. So it's a very, very difficult situation at the moment, but it was a tough day.
When you talk about the set piece, which you conceded from, very similar to what happened with you, Manchester City, but obviously the opposite outcome. But overall, all the players were up to try and defend that goal, like all 11 players, and don't usually see that. Is there a sense of nervousness about the team?
Well, there's nervousness, I think, after we conceded, but not during that particular moment. I think you sense that you want to rush things after we conceded, trying to find the equalizer as soon as possible, and obviously that's human when you're in a difficult moment. But yeah, I don't think there is nervousness before a set piece. I think we cleared the ones before. Yeah, in the end, obviously, like I said, we're just in a very, very difficult moment and we have to get out of it. But you don't get out of it by just speaking about it. And like I said many times, I'm obviously here speaking to you guys because I have to. I'd rather sort it out with my team on the pitch, and that will take a lot of hard work by the looks of it.
But you do take on that responsibility, don't you? You do talk about it as the leader, as the captain. You take on so much responsibility for this team. How do you go about then finding this solution to this problem that you're in?
Yeah, it's definitely a problem, and obviously, like you said, I take responsibility. But I think everyone in the team, not only the starters but the guys around as well, have to take responsibility as well, because football is a team game. We all do it together, and we need everyone at their best. And in order to win games, you have to take responsibility. And that's what I've mentioned as well. And now you have to, you have to digest this, take it on the chin, and work harder. And obviously, I've been saying it quite a lot already this season, and it's not been working out so far. But we have to keep going.
How would you suggest then, or sum up the mood right now after you've spoken to your teammates in the dressing room after this defeat? What kind of responses are you getting?
Well, obviously, everyone is disappointed, like they should be, because losing at home against Nottingham Forest is, in my eyes, very bad. That's the least I can say about it. But especially the second half, the goals we conceded far too easy, and something that we all have to look in the mirror and take responsibility for. I've been in this club for such a long time now. We've been through ups and downs already, and we will bounce back. But these things don't happen overnight. You have to work and do it together. It's not a one-man show. It's all together, and keep going. But the reality is that we are in a very difficult moment, and we all want to get out of there. I'm not a quitter. No one should be. So I will keep going until the end.
And you can tell that it's hurting you just talking to us right now. The supporters leaving early as well. It's been so long since that happened, and you notice that too, don't you?
Of course. But I can't decide obviously what the supporters are doing if they leave early. Obviously, I can understand the frustration fully, but I know obviously the fans have been through thick and thin with us over all those years, and that's how Liverpool is, and I'm pretty sure that they will always stick with us regardless. And when we come out of this, because we will come out of this, they will be there with us as well.
Thank you, Virgil, for your time.
Thank you very much.
If Arsenal win the North London derby tomorrow, Liverpool going to this evening down in 11th, they'll be 11 points behind the Gunners. Yes, I mean, we're getting to that stage where we can't keep saying it's an early stage of the season, but we're not yet a third of the way through. But to argue that they're somehow going to be part of this title race is becoming increasingly difficult, isn't it?
It certainly is. Looks like they need a miracle to be anywhere near Arsenal at this moment in time. They lost 4 Premier League games in the whole of last season. That was a 6th defeat in the Premier League already. We're 12 games in, and you listen to Virgil van Dijk there. He's got a challenge on his hand as a player individually, and trying to get this group of players some confidence and belief back, along with Arne Slot and the big players in that dressing room. Because for 32 minutes, they came out the blocks quick. Mo Salah looked confident again. He was running at Nico Williams. Gakpo was looking good. But soon as they went behind, it was amazing how it just changed. The self-belief, the atmosphere in Anfield, it was just sucked out of them. And that's because what we've seen so far this season. There's so much disbelief. I mean, the fans left early. It was a really, really, really poor performance in the second half. I mean, you have to find something within yourself. And I listen at Virgil van Dijk there. When he comes out, he's normally the most confident person. He looked broke there. He looked like he was a big challenge, and it's going to be for Liverpool to get anywhere near the top of the Premier League.
And the contrast, wherever you look with Liverpool at the moment, are so stark compared to last season. They've already conceded 9 goals from set pieces, more again today. That equals the entire goals they conceded from set pieces in the whole of last season. The drop-off's been that significant, hasn't it?
It has. And you know, last year I looked defensively. It was something we always thought, they're so good. When they're on the front foot, they scare the opposition defence. And now the problem is, when they're on the front foot, I think Liverpool are scared of the opposition when they break away, and it was no different today with Nottingham Forest. You could see they was going to get opportunities. They sat in a low block, they were hard to break down. And then in the transition, Nottingham Forest looked dangerous on every occasion. There wasn't an awful lot of opportunities, but they lose the game 3-0. I mean, they lost 3-0 to Manchester City before the break, and this was just unheard of. At the start of the season, if you're telling me they would have lost 6 games within 12, I'd have said you must be stupid. I really would, but a lot's gone on at Liverpool. Players being injured. Szoboszlai, I think, was a real positive today. I looked at him in that right-back position. Early on in the games, I was saying to Sid, some of his distribution was sensational. And Salah looked bright, but then in the blink of an eye, it flipped. And the confidence just really looked shot.
And listen, I'm not going to go to you on this again, because it's not fair to put you on the spot, but just listening to Andy Robertson after that wonderful night for Scotland, speaking about where he'd been mentally in the build-up to the game after the loss of Diogo Jota, it has to be having an effect. As Arne Slot said, he doesn't want it to be an excuse, but it can't be the elephant in the room that we continue to ignore. But for Liverpool, they are miles off it.